Hey, you guys, and let's get into your reading. And of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. And of course, that includes our sponsor, Psychic Source, because everybody's been in this space where things are starting to make sense, where things are starting to align. And maybe some of you all are still needing a moment of clarity because things just still aren't making any sense. And maybe Psychic Source is your solution. If you click the link down below in the description box using my unique code JMarian, you can get up to 40 minutes of clarity and insight for only 1980. So plenty of time for you to get any insight you need. And if you're not satisfied with the clarity, you can get your money back. So those details down below in the description box. And of course, if you want a personal reading from yours truly, I am available to do those readings. So just email me with the details down below in the description box as well, personal email. And then, we get that squared away. So, yes, let's get into this reading. I said that a long time ago, but let's get into this reading. Okay. Divine, what is the current messages you have for us today? Okay. So we have hope, which is the sun. Divine, tell me about this hope. We have the world, so the universe. And divine, the correlation between the three. The two, rather. Okay. So we have transformation. So I feel like in this particular moment, somebody is hoping that a situation is getting ready to turn around. Somebody has not lost faith. Like that is something that is very consistent here. Somebody here has not lost faith. Like with the ending of a particular cycle, or it's something about anticipation because you have to be expecting something to come in after some sort of ending. But it's definitely one thing most certain. One thing is sure is that change is evident, but I feel like there's something that's getting ready to happen after something comes to an end, after some sort of transition here. Okay. And then we have stand your ground. Divine, tell me more about this energy here. Okay. So we have harmony, which is the lovers, that came out in reverse. So I feel like this has something to do with a connection maybe involving someone or maybe multiple parties here with harmony in reverse. Because I feel like there most certainly is some sort of detachment because something has happened here. Something has maybe caused you some sort of disarray. We have the devil with temptation here at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you were met with some sort of challenge. This challenge could have been other people, people you were connected to, people you were involved with, who could have betrayed you in some way, who could have had malicious intent. And like, I'm not saying that it was absolutely nefarious, but how friends have quarrels and things like that. But I feel like something, maybe in some way went a little too far or maybe was unwarranted. Divine, tell me more about this energy. Yeah. And then we have the light. So the star. So I feel like there are multiple things that are getting ready to happen here, I feel like you are about to come out as like a shining beacon of hope. You know what? I'm flipping it around. Earlier that was the star. This is the sun. Correction. Yeah, so but same type of energy, a light, a brightness, having hope, being inspired, by something. But here with harmony in reverse, the lovers, and then with, the sun coming out now, I feel like they're definitely after transition, after this expected transition, after these changes take place, after maybe you've come out of a cycle of bad people. I feel like you are really about to shine very brightly. Like you are about to really see yourself in a brighter light. I feel like you are about to be happy. You're about to get your you're about to get your laugh back. Things are about to start being funny. Business as usual is what I'm hearing. So I feel like things for you are getting ready to go back to a new normal, because I don't feel like everything will be the same, but I do feel like there will be a lot of similarities. But there definitely is change. Change is on the horizon. Divine, what other energies are here? What else is here? Okay. So we have a triumph. Okay. And Divine, tell me about this triumph. What are we happening? So you overcoming something here. That's very evident. Definitely overcoming. And then we have patience. So something has definitely taken some time. So time is very significant here as well. 7 and 14, and even split. So something definitely has taken some time. Mm-hmm. 2 weeks could be significant. Divine, tell me. Okay, and then we have recognition and reward. Yeah, I feel like within two, and take this message as it resonates. Within 2 weeks' time, you may receive something. This could be like a bonus. This could be like some sort of surprise recognition, but something you're not expecting. But 2 weeks could be significant. This could show up as like a bonus on a paycheck. Maybe you weren't expecting some sort of quarterly bonus or something like that extra could be very significant bi-weekly. So it could definitely come in a check. 33 could be significant as well. We have recognition and reward, that's 3, and then we have rejoice and celebration with 3. So something's going to be worth celebrating, whether you do something, for yourself, whether you go out and treat yourself to something, maybe like a dinner or something like that. But there is definitely emphasis on you rewarding yourself, congratulating yourself, celebrating, you know. Divine, tell me more, please. Okay. So we have sacrifice here. And Divine, tell me about this energy here. Okay. And then we have fulfillment of wishes. So I feel like this sacrifice, there was a lot, maybe for a period of time that you had to give up. You did a lot. You gave up a lot, to see things happen. Fulfillment of wishes, like I feel like you're just about to be in this space of, shall we say, favor? It feels like favor, and this can come in many different shape, forms, and fashions. I don't want everyone to always think that just because, somebody says you're about to get your comeuppance, that you're about to receive this vast amount of money. It doesn't always work like that. I feel like, this could come in the tone of gifts, unexpected rewards. This could come in as I said, if you play the lottery scratch offs, whether it's $50, $500, or thousands of dollars, whatever the number, I feel like you are about to be in a space where you are about to see, some sort of favor, happen with you, despite once again what's going on in the economy. A person becomes what they think they are. And then 99 could be significant. I was about to start shuffling the cards, and suffering and silence, fell out. And it's another 9, as well as this 9 being fulfillment of wishes. So you had 33, you had 99. So I do feel like there are many different correlations that are happening here. Divine, tell me a little bit more about fulfillment of wishes. And then we have wisdom. So the Hierophant. So I do feel like this is in some ways, it feels like some sort of judgment. It feels like, a reward. It feels like divine gifts. It feels like miracles, signs and wonders. And these signs and wonders could be simply that you're moving in the right direction, that you've made the right choices for your life, that you're still making the right choices of your life. This is a foretaste of what's to come, for you. Divine, last few messages here. But I feel like all of this is in part about, of course, doing the work. And then we have disruption. So a tower moment here. Divine, tell me about the tower. And then we have the crown chakra. So I feel like something is coming in to, to more so specifically align you. I feel like this has a lot to do with alignments, what's going on in your mind creation, like the things like that you would like to see happen. What sits at the forefront, of your mind, and what do you want to do? I feel like there is a path, happening here for you where you're about to create an avenue, shall we say, of your own, one where you run your own life. Even if you are working for someone else, your skills are very valuable and you are an asset to an organization that you could negotiate what you would like to see happen as far as like your scheduling and things like that. Divine, what else is here? Last few messages. Okay. And then we have power, so strength. So I do feel like somebody's getting ready to come into this space where they own who they are as an individual, that you own and accept the changes in your life that are happening, and you receive those changes for the good because something is aligning whoever this is resonating for, something is happening in your life to align you, all the transitions, all of the changes. It's almost like you were not meant to be blessed while you were surrounded by many different individuals. It's something about you, standing on your own so that you could be surrounded by people that actually have your best interest at heart because you've chosen these people. I feel like sometimes we get comfortable because of time, and time is the reason why we're in a lot of the relationships that we are in. And I feel like we don't acknowledge that if we really assess things and we really pay attention, how much do we really have in common? How much do we really know about each other except the length of time that we've known each other? So it's something here, about that. Something can be significant about that. Last one, Divine. Mhm. Yeah, so I definitely feel like you are going to run into an option or choice. And then we have accelerated motion, given that Eight of Wands type of energy. So 88 is significant here as well. So I do feel like you're about to, because this doesn't feel like this is the space of the have. Some of you all could be there. You could have whatever it is you've been desiring and gone after, and you can start to see the beginning stages of that because that's significant as well. But I feel like a lot of you are at the beginning stages of something new. You're being introduced to something new. It's fresh. And I feel like this at first is going to be a little jarring, but I feel like you are going to get a handle on something very quickly. And once you get a handle on that, I feel like you're going to own it and you're going to excel at that, and you're going to excel at it very quickly. I feel like it's even going to surprise you at how much passion you may have behind something and the way you're moving behind that as well. Divine, what else do we need to know? Yeah. So definitely fulfillment. King of Pentacles as well as the Nine of Cups. I feel like a lot of you are about to be in a space where you're about to be foundationally set. Like your foundation is about to be very solid. It's about to be very stable. I feel like you're about to move into a space where you have control over what you want to do as far as your dreams and what you want to do with them, how you want to see them happen, how you want to see them fulfilled. You all are about to be at the head of the table. King of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. You are literally about to have the desires of your heart. I do feel like it's come at a cost with the Three of Swords. I feel like it's come at a cost and it wasn't easy. This could have been a very rough journey because I feel like with the Three of Swords, this isn't necessarily about heartache. It's just about pain. And I feel like there was a lot that you had to endure in order to arrive to this kind of energy, to arrive to this kind of space where you feel like you are in charge of your life. Not only are you, seeing your dreams come true, but you're making them happen. King of Pentacles. Divine, tell me about this energy. We have the Knight of Wands. You made them happen. Knight of Wands. You went after them. I feel like you took charge of a lot of things in your life. The way you want to show up in your life, despite what people have said, despite the direction people thought you would go in. You believe the death here again in this deck. So there most certainly are changes that you've made. I feel like you are about to show up in a lot of people's lives as a really evolved individual. A lot of people will recognize you, but there will be many different things that are, no longer, the same. Like you're going to be different. The countenance of your face is going to appear different here as well. Divine, tell me more about this energy here. We have the Page of Wands. Yes, you really made things happen here. I feel like you kept the faith. Ten of Pentacles. Yes, you are about to see the desires of your heart. Truly, truly. And I feel like this is about to change your life. And when I say change your life, once again, we're not talking about ducats and dividends. For some of you all, it may work like that, where you may see major increases in your salary, or as I said, blessings are still, being happening. So you never know what you can get in a day. You never know how your life can turn around in a day. You just never know. You never know who you're going to run into. But with this Knight of Wands and Page of Wands, this is all about what you've done. There's skills that you've learned. I feel like you've put into action what you know, and what you know is working out for you. It just simply is. Divine, tell me more. Okay. And there we have the world again. Yeah. So I feel like there just a period of time where you're about to show up in a space where you're about to have all access. Like you've done the work. You've ended the cycle. Some sort of cycle has come to an end, some sort of completion. For some of you all, this could be in diplomas. This could be in you seeing a raise at work, a change of position at work, a promotion here. Mm-hmm. Divine, tell me more. We have the Five of Wands, but of course, that comes with some sort of conflict. Excuse me. Divine, what is this Five of Wands here? Okay, so we have the Star as well as the Eight of Cups. I feel like somebody wants you to essentially walk away from an opportunity, or they want you to not care as much about your job as you do. Because I feel like you do something very well, and I feel like with the Star here, you're outshining a lot of people. Like, I don't feel like you're leaving a lot of room for opportunity for other people. Like you're too sharp. Like you're too on, and unbeknownst to you, you are a lot of people's competition. Like, you may not know it, but a lot of people might even try to study you to see what they can get, to see what they can gain from you, because something's working for you. Because there's an issue with you showing up the way you do. Divine, tell me about the Star. Yeah, you do something very well. We have the Hermit. You do something very well, and you stand alone. Beware of the snakes, because they're coming. But once again, you're not focused on that. You're focused on what lies ahead of you, the path. Because I feel like for you, you're going to be a trendsetter in some kind of way. you are going to be a way maker. Like you are going to be one of those people who is, shall we say, a pioneer. Like I feel like in some way you are going to be the blueprint for something because people are going to like the way you do something. But somebody, all in all, wants you to walk away from you showing up the way you do. For you to give up on that. The Hermit Divine, we have the Four Wands. You are a success all by yourself. You get the job done all by yourself. And I feel like people are intimidated by this. It's alarming to people because I feel like people are, finding themselves possibly having to do extra, having to do a whole lot more. Divine, this Eight of Cups moving forward with this star, we have the Queen of Cups. And Divine, tell me about the Queen of Cups. Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords and the Two of Swords. Yeah, this way that you're showing up with this Ten of Swords and this Two of Swords, like people are wanting you to make a decision, have you come to some sort of conclusion with the Queen of Cups because you're showing up as too nice. Like this Queen of Cups, everybody likes the Queen of Cups. Like mm-mm. You're showing up as the Queen of Cups, and they don't like this. Whoever it is, there's some form of jealousy surrounded by the way you show up. You're a pro. You're a pro. Divine, because it almost feels like with this Ten of Swords and this Two of Swords, somebody wants to give you an ultimatum. Divine, tell me about this Ten of Swords, Two of Swords. Because that's what it feels like with the Three of Wands and then the Empress in reverse. Yeah. And oh, excuse me, Empress in reverse and the Knight of Cups. Like somebody wants you to stop being as compassionate as you are, to stop being as nice as you are, and stop showing up the way you are. The Empress in reverse, like somebody wants you to give up some way of being. Like they want you to go back to the maybe a way you because maybe you didn't show up like this previously, and then maybe something just clicked. I feel like somebody wants you to go back to some way of being where you weren't out in the forefront, where you were maybe a little meaner, or maybe you were unattractive in some type of way, or you were not a catch, like you were not being looked at because you were not a factor. Like somebody wants you to go back to that way of being. Maybe you were shy. Maybe you didn't speak up in conferences and things like that in meetings. Like somebody wants you to be quiet. Go back to some old way of being, but you can't because you are taking off. You really are King of Cups now here. Divine closing messages, because what else is here? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's definitely relative to work. Knight of Pentacles, and then we have the Magician. You are a wonder, man. You are a wonder. The way you show up, you make things happen. Knight of Pentacles and the Magician. Like people could be wondering because it's almost like you get stuck. You can get something done overnight or in one shift is what I'm hearing. This could be even be an overnight thing. I'm seeing 2 a.m. So this could be an overnight shift where you can have all your work done and out the way and just be somewhere chilling or maybe getting some extra work done. But I feel like this is more so just one of those things where you just have this thing where you are a jack of all trades, is what I'm hearing with the Magician as well as the Knight of Pentacles. Divine, tell me more. And then we have the Tower again. Yeah. I feel like you shake up environments because I feel like with this tower, you're going to cause some sort of changes. And I feel like these changes are not just connected to you. I feel like these changes are connected to possibly everyone that you work with. Divine the tower. Mm. And then we have the the Page of Cups here. Seven of Swords. Divine Page of Cups. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like they're most certainly, yeah, with the Page of Cups as well as this Two of Pentacles, there most certainly is going to be some type of switch or some type of change. Like I feel like somebody could possibly be changing some sort of rules because maybe this is something that somebody has been thinking about, maybe because of productivity. Because like I feel like somebody will definitely be changing something here, policies and procedures. Divine Page of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, Page of Swords as well as the Ace of Cups. Like there most certainly will be some changing of the rules. Like something new will have to be learned here with the Page of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Four of Swords. Yeah, there most certainly is going to be something new here. I feel like with maybe with how productive you are, I feel like you are going to end up changing the rules for everybody, and this could be a gift and a curse or a catch 22. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. But definitely one of those kind of things that will bring about some changes. But with the Ace of Cups coming here, I feel like it's going to be positive changes because I feel like with the Ace of Cups, this is going to set different types of expectations. Divine, lastly, with this Ace of Cups, clarify. Yeah, with the Hangman, there will definitely be some changes. There will most certainly will be some things that will have to be looked at differently, but you will be the blame with the Hangman. You will most certainly be the blame because it feels like some sort of guinea pig kind of situation where somebody will be testing or trying something out. But I feel like yeah, with the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, some sort of rules are getting ready to change. You will be the blame, unfortunately, with the Hangman. You will definitely be the blame for this. The Hangman Divine, yeah, Queen of Swords. You are not going to be liked for a while. No, I mean that it comes with the territory. It comes with the territory. But with the Queen of Swords, the Hangman, yeah, and then the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck previously, like there most certainly are going to be some changes to the rules here. Maybe some rules, regulations, policies, and procedures. Something's getting ready to change. And I feel like you are going to be the reason why, because of your productivity. But yeah, I feel like once again that just comes with the territory. Okay. Pisces Soul Tribe, that was your reading. Hopefully, this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. And that, of course, includes our sponsor, Psychic Source, because once again, if you're looking for that on the spot, in the moment clarity where you do not have to wait and you can get the answers that you need right away, Psychic Source. I've had good results with Psychic Source. So check those details down below in the description box. As well as if you've been wanting a personal reading from me, just email me and we'll have that conversation. And then, of course, as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day, and I'll see you in the network. Bye, guys.